Welcome back, everybody, to another session of
Hands.
Of
Death. Yes, welcome back once again. Thank you so much for joining us if you're joining us in VOD form or on the stream later. Love to have you here. We are coming to the end of our campaign. Very exciting. Getting near the end, getting to see how this whole story wraps up and resolves. Tony asked a great question before we started streaming, which was, what was everybody's favorite part of their holiday? And so I want to hear the other people's answers to that.
Ooh, okay. Mine, it was so chill. Like, you know when you have a lot of families to go to and you're like going here, there, and everywhere, and it's usually compacted between, like, I celebrate Christmas, so it's like Christmas Eve and Christmas Day, and it's insane. This year, it was spread over like a week. And I had like whole days off in between family gatherings where I could just read my books and chill and talk to nobody. It was beautiful. It was
Nice.
great.
Where you could just be alone. That's great.
Yeah.
Cool.
Amazing, Stevie. I'm so happy for you.
Cheers.
So your favorite part of the holidays was doing nothing that had to do with the holidays.
Well, it was like the pressure of like going to grandma's house and then immediately to my mom's house and then immediately to like that. There was none of that pressure. It was no logistic nightmares. It was great.
well paced.
It was a break. It was a break.
Yes.
Gotcha. Yeah, okay.
I have a question for everyone. Would you rather not have anything lined up and have a cozy weekend, or would you rather seemingly have quite a lot of things lined up? You're not going to have a cozy weekend at all, but then every single one of those things cancels.
Oh,
Which is better?
the second
the
one.
Canceling. Yeah, because then you get the credit for doing all the emotional labor.
Yeah.
Wait, I don't like either.
Canceled plans is like heroin. It's just like, oh, I'm going to hang out with my friends. This is going to be really fun, but I'm going to have to go outside. And then they're like, actually, we're not doing anything today. And I'll be like,
Yeah, we're canceling the stream.
woohoo!
Bye, guys.
Yeah. Well, not this. No.
Yeah, I had I think a pretty chill set of holidays. Mostly just hanging out at home. With the partner, visiting family a bit. Oh,
I was going to ask, did you ask that question, Tony, because all of your holiday plans got canceled?
No.
No? Okay.
No, mine happened as planned.
Oh, okay. Well, all right.
No, I'm just curious about your lives. Damn it.
Hey, that's fair. Completely fair.
What was everyone's favorite gift? And it could be a gift you got yourself.
I got a switchblade comb, and that was my favorite gift.
I love that for you.
Like the old greasers, like
So
the
good.
greasers of old.
Nice.
I got a really fun, very long wool coat, and it's beautiful, and it's houndstooth, and it's gorgeous, and I love it.
I got 2 different Wicked apparels.
Nice.
Like sweatshirts?
A Wicked sweater, and I got a Shiz University hoodie. I couldn't be happier.
That's so cool.
Wow, and just to be clear, like the show.
Oh, since we've last met, I've been fully hyper fixated on Wicked, and I really don't do anything else.
Okay,
I
good.
know.
Okay, cool. Yeah, my partner made a tiny library in a used mint tin, and the library was filled with all of my favorite books that she had made tiny little books and printed their covers and everything.
That's like my
Some of the-
God
dream.
damn.
That's so
Can you
cute.
please send a photo? I've been dreaming of doing that.
Round of applause for that.
That-
That's amazing.
That is top tier.
Yeah, get ready to freak the fuck out.
Yes, please. I mean, no rush, but like, do
That's a really
Do it,
cool
please.
idea. You know, the great thing about making a present for somebody is that's something you'll remember for like the rest of time, you know?
Mhm.
Because it's a super important thing.
Yeah.
Just like, I don't know, like a beautiful narrative that'll never leave you.
Yeah. I'm sure you folks will run into one of those someday.
For sure.
Yeah, we're going on like 13 months, 14 months.
Yeah. Yeah, we're actually session count wise, we're pretty on track actually. This is
I too did the math. I was shocked.
yeah.
We're perfect. So
Uh,
what happened last time?
I'm still waiting for Tony to post the picture, but that's fine. We can move on.
I just did it.
Oh,
Snap,
okay.
It's cute. Oh, Snap, it's cute.
Oh my god.
Wow, that's great.
That's so
Can you
cute.
take the books out and rearrange them?
Oh, that's fun.
And there's a weird little picture of a goblin just because she thought I would really like a weird picture of a goblin.
She was right. It's so good.
Yeah.
All right. Wow, that is really cool. It's neat. Okay. So yeah. What did happen last time? That's a good question to ask my players. What happened last time? I know it's been a long time, but do we recall?
All right. Can I go for it?
Yeah.
Here we go. Towards the beginning of the episode, Lily and Felicity attempted to break the bond, and it worked. They had no more connections. Lily was like, I need a new relic, Felicity was like, I needed a new relic, and Lily had the scalpel, and Felicity just was like, this is mine now. Snatched it.
Yep.
And it was quite dramatic and very cool. We went through new milestones for us as characters, and that was exciting. We had to go through the whole thing. I forgot what upgrades I have, but they're there.
Yeah. Check your sheets. Yeah.
They're written down. Okay, and then let's see. Felicity found some sigils that looked like angels, and these like creatures that transferred spirits from one realm to another. And there was like a lever, and so we pulled the lever. And this like lower basement room started showing up, and there was this like voice. It's made out of like the room's made of black stone, and it's like sterile. It looks like a hospital room or like a hospital theater, and everything was like stained red in the gross horror movie kind of way. And we got the recipe to make a death mask, which I have written down. It's
Yep.
like you need flour and barley root and water, and then you just carve off the face of a corpse and burn the body.
Yep.
No big deal. Okay. And then Nielsen, the death mask ghost, was like chatting to us and was like kind of lying to us, but also kind of telling us some new stuff. And we are like, okay, let's see, what else did we do? We were like talking about things, the bird at pieces. We have the bird. We need the dog whistle. We've got some other things. And then we were like, what happened to Joel? And Joel's spirit was like in this hotel somewhere a couple blocks away. We were like, we should probably go get him. So yeah.
Lily had reached out through the ghostly ether and tried to actually sense Joel's spirit, which was something she figured out she could do from the trip to Death's Realm. So
yeah. So we're making our way over there.
yeah. Now, I wanted to check in as we come back to the Chandler City streets. Do we honestly, it's been so long I can't remember. Did you folks already get there, or were you just exiting the mausoleum? Because if you're exiting the mausoleum, what you'll see is the city kind of in turmoil still, right? Marif's guards are still marching around the city streets. The streets are mostly patrolled. People are trying to stay out of the way in case they get picked for the tithe. It is not a happy time. I remember you folks actually navigating through last time.
We made
I
it
thought.
to the hotel.
Okay,
It's like
all right.
4 stories high, and that's my last note.
Right. Yes. Okay. So yes. So you make it to the out front of this hotel, and it has like a central courtyard in the middle that has a roundabout made out of cobblestones, and in the middle of that roundabout there's this big fountain that just like has crystal clear water pouring out of it, and like palatial plants growing around the fountain itself. And then there is a big set of heavy oaken wooden double doors that lead into this large 4-story looking building, and there's a wooden sign that hangs over the front that says Hotel Julia. And you folks are a little bit of the ways outside, just like near the start of that cobblestone roundabout. Now, what you can see milling about outside the hotel are a few folks that seem to be like of the upper crust, I might say, right? They're dressed in a way that suggests they're of the upper crust. They have nice looking clothing on. They walk and talk with a sense of authority or overbearingness to those below them, and they're all just kind of like walking about, milling about in front of the hotel, whispering to each other, and then occasionally one of them will go inside, probably to check in. You can also see a couple of horse-drawn carriages parked outside the hotel, some of these folks are getting out of and going into. Looks like despite the state that the city is in, the hotel seems to be experiencing a normal day of operation.
Tell Julia.
And
Alright.
if I remember correctly, was Felicity kind of in charge of?
Yes.
Were we in disguise in some capacity? I just have to. Okay.
So Florence is disguised not to look like herself. She's like under arrest, and Felicity was like in her like uniform, or one of you were.
Yeah. Felicity is currently disguised as a guard.
Great.
And I am.
You're probably in your guard death mask.
I thought I lent that to Felicity. I can't.
I think I would need that.
Yeah, no, Felicity can make her own disguises. Yeah, I'm pretty sure let's say for lack of a better, appearance, you folks are disguised as guards. Let's just go with that.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Okay. And I've sensed Joel is located on the upper floor.
Well, yeah, so that's the weird thing. So as you get closer, as you were far away, Joel's spirit was very obviously on the upper floor. As you get closer and closer to the hotel, you can see that how do you think you see it, Lily? How do you think you see it in the ghost ether? What does a spirit look like when you're sensing it in this way?
I envision like just a general aura, like a foggy cloud of sorts. So I imagine that if I sensed it being upstairs, that like I would still be feeling pulled
Gotcha.
upstairs.
So that foggy cloud that sort of like outlined Joel's general body and stuff, as you were making your way towards it and you got closer and closer to the hotel, it sort of dissipated and spread out over most of the top floors of the hotel.
Oh no.
Okay.
Oh no. Well,
Which
there's
direction?
nothing for it. Let's go in.
Yeah.
And I stride forward.
Rain patters down upon you as you walk forward into the Hotel Julia Felicity. You pass by a group of like upper crust folks. They glance over at you, and a couple of them give you odd looks as you walk forward. And you come to the wooden double doors, press them open, and as you enter, you can look, and over the lintel of the door, carved around the door frame, I should say. So it starts on like the bottom left-hand corner of the double door frame and then goes upward over your head and around to the other side. You can see the words carved into it that the weary might be given rest, that those who seek refuge may find it, that those who need privacy may have it. And it's carved into the wood over the hotel's door frame. You push open these double doors and you are greeted with a magnificent sight. Hold on one second. Let me make sure that worked on the stream. Oh, actually, hey, let me actually bring us in to the stream.
Ooh la la.
That would be great,
A horse
wouldn't it?
inside of this hotel.
Oh yeah, okay. I can't do everything about that. Yeah. Hold on one second.
That's just a statue, okay?
No, I'm rolling with it. There's a horse in here.
Also, but by the way, I do not recommend going up this staircase. It looks extremely dangerous.
Okay.
Railing got confused halfway through.
Hold on one second here. I forgot about
That's
this.
okay. Let's see here. I think I should maybe just get like a little desk bucket, well, for two reasons. One, I've been thinking lately I need more buckets in my life. Two, it's like a vamping bucket, like a bucket for vamping.
What you mean, like a bucket you can just pull stuff out of?
Yeah, yeah, and there's like, I don't know, either fun stuff in there or little notes, or it's like, it's a bucket like all about vamping.
Yeah, that's a good thing. Okay. Welcome in. So you step into this hotel, Felicity, Lily and Florence. You could be behind if you wanted to be, and you're
Yeah.
greeted with a amazing sight of this like two-tiered, huge entrance hallway, that has glittering chandeliers hanging from it, a staircase leading up to the second floor, like sort of balconies, like you see there, where you would imagine there are rooms or maybe even apartments in this hotel, like off of that second floor. You can also see a number of candlesticks, like affixed to the walls, like it shows there. Lighting the place. It gives the place a sense of like comfort and warm illumination despite its size. There is a front desk over to the left where you can see 3 or 4 attendants dressed in black coats with gold trim, who seem to be attending the hotel itself. And each of them has like a green armband wrapped around their left wrist. And you can see that there's like a bunch of people milling about in here. It's a hotel lobby. Like you can see red plush seats over in certain corners that people are sitting on. And they also have those things where it's like, have you folks ever seen that perimeter, that like circular red plush seat that like goes all the way around in a circle, and it's a seat all the way around? Yeah. They have those. And then there are a couple of archway openings leading off in different directions, as well as the staircase. There's like mutterings and sounds coming from the various folks in here, and you can smell like the clean smell of like lemon and like other cleaning chemicals.
I say we try and book a room.
You want to book a room? I think we should walk very confidently through the hotel.
Oh, okay.
Like we have somewhere to be.
I think that makes sense. But I also think maybe the front desk might be the way to go.
Pardon me, a man says, and he like pushes into Felicity and pushes past you, and as he exits,
I check my pockets.
You're fine.
Okay, so we all have a different idea. I love this.
I'll follow Felicity here.
I mean, it's basically your idea, Lilith. I walk on up to the front desk.
Okay. You straight up. There's 3 or 4 attendants, so like they're helping other folks, but the line is not that long. And one of the attendants looks up. She's like a younger woman with short bob brown hair, and she says, "Hello, welcome to Hotel Julia. How can I help you?"
Hi, I couldn't help but wonder at the hotel as I was wandering by. Just got off my shift and all that. I'm looking to come here with the Mrs. Slater, and I was wondering if you could just tell me about the history of this place so I could really wow her when I book it.
So she's doing this thing where like as you're talking to her, she's like looking you up and down, and you can feel her making like a mental assessment of you in her mind. It's not necessarily like a bad thing. She's like taking stock of you. And she goes, "Oh, well, she like looks around a little bit at a loss and says, "There's not really that much to tell. It was built by the Cham family back before, the whole Ascension Wars business. Been around forever, actually. Quite a notable place in the city.
Has it always been this tall? I don't recall it being so tall.
Yes," she says, "that the hotel's always been this tall." She like looks over to the other attendants as if asking for help, but they're busy with their own customers. I don't really know more than that. Sorry, I just work here."
What would it cost to book a room up top?
That would be about, and she rattles off a price that would be the equivalent of about 3 months' salary.
Oh,
Oh, all right, everyone. I think we should just quit this campaign. I don't think we're ever going to be able to afford that.
I do have my purse of coins that I haven't used.
Yeah,
Do I have enough?
I was gonna say, you could try to go for that. What you could do is there's a skill in the game called resources, which you can actually roll to see if you can pay for extreme things like this.
Extreme things like a hotel visit.
Yeah.
Unheard of.
Well,
like things beyond your imagination.
well, just
mortal.
to put it into perspective, the hotel is still in operation while the city is basically under lockdown by an opposing military force, and despite that, it's kept things clean and in well standing. So, like, they may be charging a premium.
Sort of like the military force premium.
Yes,
Right.
exactly.
I want to see if I can afford it because we currently have no safe zone. I could potentially get a better lay of where Joel is because now I'm very confused. And I could make potions in private.
Yeah. So a merchant's purse, a substantial amount of money. So here's what I'll do. So the merchant's purse you have right now is like, it represents a number of coins and stuff, right? That you have. If you make smart use of it and want to try to make a resources roll, I'll let you keep that aspect of gold rings and shiny things, right? You'll have it. Or, and you can use it on more things. Or you can just get rid of the aspect, give up the purse, and pay for a hotel room here for a week.
Yeah, I'm actually wondering if I can create an advantage for Lilith.
Oh, sure. Yeah, I'm open to ideas.
I lean over to her and say, here, follow my lead. And I say to the front desk person, say, what would it take just to get a good look at it? Like, what are we talking about? And I flash like a coin, right? Like, so, like with the advantage, I'm trying to like, I don't know, persuade them to just let us pay a smaller amount, if that makes sense. You know?
So
just go look at it.
The offering you're making is like you want to see the room with the suggestion that you'll pay if you were able to see the rooms.
Right.
Yeah. And she looks down at the coin and like scrunches her eyebrows up and she goes, one second, she says, and she like backs away from the counter and walks off. And she comes back a few minutes later with an older looking man who has like graying salt and pepper hair, and he's wearing like this vest with shiny gold buttons, and he comes over and he says, hello. He like looks at the group of the three of you. Florence, are you up there as well?
Might as well.
Okay. I'm sorry. My employee here has just told me that you'd like to sample the rooms.
Something like that. And really what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to create an advantage for Lilith to roll.
Yeah. Totally. And the older gentleman like looks down at you and looks down at the coin and says, right, we'd be more than happy to allow you to tour the rooms before before doing so. Where are you hailing from? And you realize, Felicity, what he's doing right here is he's asking you, how much prestige are we really dealing with here? Because you certainly don't look like folk. You know, you look like guards, right? So it's a little weird. So if you could give me a rapport roll, please, at difficulty 2, to create this advantage.
I think that's great. Can I instead just lie?
Oh yeah, that makes way more sense. Yes, you can just lie. Give me a deceive roll at difficulty 2.
Wow, that's great. Yeah, I want to say that shoot, what's Joel's last name?
You've never known it. He's never had one.
In all the time that Felicity has known him?
Yeah, he doesn't have not everybody has last names. Mostly just like those of noble birth have last names, right? Or like people will give themselves last names.
Oh man, that's like the best GM like world building tool I've ever heard in my fucking life. I'm gonna use that every single campaign I run from now on. Oh yes, last names. It's not common in this culture. Oh, that's brilliant. Fuck. Okay, all right. Yes, cousin second removed to the Verdanthi Joel. And I say that, yeah, while I roll a 3 right onto the desk table, like the front clerk table. I just roll that 3 right on there.
He looks at you and narrows his eyes a bit at Joel's name, but says, "All right. I suppose that explains the. Yes, I suppose. Yes. Okay, so that will create an advantage. You flustered him a bit, Lily. If you want to move in and purchase the room, now would be the time.
Oh, aren't we gonna go look at it first?
I mean, yeah, sure, we can do that. So let me set up that situational aspect first. 1 second.
Or am I missing what the point of that was?
No, you're good. You're good. That's completely fine.
I won't pay until I've seen the product.
There's no reason to do that. All right.
Well, maybe it could be like shrewd customers or something like that.
Yeah. I think that's a really good idea. Okay, great. I was just saying. I just wanted to see how many free invocations you would get.
I look you in the eye, Lilith, and I say, now it's up to you and your incredible wallet.
I nod stoically.
Okay, that's one
I
free
think the
invoke.
professor is feeling secondhand embarrassment from all of this.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're like
Wow.
single-handedly say I don't know. I guess Felicity maybe gets into a fight with the professor on the way up.
Yeah, as you're talking, the older gentleman gestures to the young clerk to take you up, the young attendant to take you up to one of the rooms. So she comes out of the counter and starts like leading you through throngs of people like up this winding staircase to get to the second level. And as this is going, yeah, Felicity, you say you're like, what are you doing? You're getting into an argument with the professor?
I mean, yeah, probably just
Okay. And as you're arguing, the young attendant turns back and like is trying to cut the tension that seems to be rising, and she goes, so are you folks part of Joel's retinue then? Guardsmen or?
Oh, no, it's just the day job. We all have that. Yes?
Oh yeah, yes, definitely. Sorry, it's just not often we get requests from folks in. She glances at your Verdanthi church guard uniforms. In church guard uniforms.
And I think I smile a little too sweetly at her.
Okay. She like turns around and looks frightened and keeps walking up the stairs. So you folks get to the top of the stairs, and she takes you down one of these long like hallways on the left hand side. There, you pass by like a number of wooden doors, and she comes up to one and sticks a key in the lock and turns it and opens it up. And you can see it opens up to a cozy looking room that has its own built-in sort of balcony area that sort of like overlooks the lower area of the apartment. And there's a huge king-size bed over in the corner underneath, tucked into like a cozy nook. And you can see there's a huge wide window in the room itself that looks out on the rest of Chandla, and you can see one of the spires out there. I'm just gonna transition us over here so you can see what that looks like.
Prior to entering the room, I would like to reach out and sense if I have any change in sense.
Oh yeah, sure. Actually, yeah, go ahead and make me an empathy roll at difficulty 4. Let's do that. Actually, yeah, go ahead and do that. We'll see. Okay. So, as you reach out, Lilith, and like try to sense if there are any ghosts or spirits in the hotel, or see if you can get a hold of Joel's location, you realize that a chill runs up your spine as you realize that every single object in the hotel, the chairs, the lampposts, the beds, the paintings, the individual stones that the place is built out of, has some sort of like spiritual energy on it. Either that it has a spirit that's possessing it itself. That'd be crazy. Like if there was an individual spirit possessing every single thing, that's probably not what it is. Or there's some sort of spiritual influence, like ghostly influence, over every single brick and piece of this hotel.
Whoa.
And what of Joel?
You can't. That environment is causing so much interference that you can't tell where Joel is.
Oh crap.
The clerk like looks at all of you and says, "I hope the room is to your liking."
It's perfect.
What do you guys think? Okay.
It's perfect. Pay the lady.
The clerk turns expectantly.
Okay. Well, can I just pay you here?
Yes. So go ahead and make a resources roll. If you would do so, it's going to be difficulty 3. Or you can just give up the purse to pay for it for a week.
Oh.
I think you should go for the roll, right?
What happens if I mess up my roll?
Then you can't afford the hotel, and we come to other
I can't give up
complications.
Or
Yeah.
or I don't know, like you could use. It's hard enough being a teen, and we can like
Yeah.
oh shoot, what any number of franchises of
What's
youth
the-
and fancy hotels.
What's the difficulty on this?
3.
I have no resources. My gosh.
There's the
Statistically,
booze I
this is
tried.
not in my favor.
Yeah.
And
so
we're to the end of our thing. So unless I'm going to use my purse for our party, can't imagine.
So you
What do you guys
you do have known as shrewd customers, for 1 free invoke, that Felicity got you. So you have that. So you'll have a +2 to whatever you roll right off the bat anyway.
Oh heck, let's do it. That's more fun.
Okay. Okay. Let's see if you can get there.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, I'll use my free invoke,
Okay.
and then I'll tag.
You could you can just tag the gold rings and shiny things aspect. That
Oh
you
yeah,
get.
I'll do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm stacked.
Yes, you are. You're flush with cash. All right, pay that fate point, and click that button. Boom. All right. The attendant nods, thanking you for the correct payment. Says, "Please enjoy your stay at the Julia. That'll pay for about 3 days at the hotel." And she says, "Hope you have a pleasant evening." And she takes the cash and is gone. Yeah, leaving you alone in your room, which you have purchased exactly 1 of.
Yay.
Wow.
Well, Wendy, you need to.
I need.
You should have 5 fate points, not 3.
Oh. Well, now I have 4, but thank you.
Wasn't your refresh 6?
Wait, what?
Yeah, people's refresh is 6 now because
Oh my god.
Yeah. Or no, well, you have 3 stunts, so yes, your refresh is going to be the campaign. Yep.
Okay. Thank you.
Yep.
I would like to scan the room, just make sure nothing is sus before we like start a conversation. I'm not trying to get spied on.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that.
Totally. Good idea. Give me a notice roll, difficulty 2.
Good job.
Nice.
Okay, so you are looking around, Lily, and there's a mirror. There's like a hand mirror on like the a desk that one would use to like do makeup and like get themselves ready in the morning. That has like a silver embroidery going around the outside of it, and you're looking around to make sure you're not being listened to. And as you glance at that hand mirror, just in the nick of time, you think you see a person's face passing out of the mirror and just disappearing.
I'm sorry, a what?
You think you see a person's face that is inside the mirror, like looking out at you, and as you turn to look at it, the person disappears. You don't.
Okay, I'd like to walk up to the mirror.
Okay, it's a hand mirror that reflects the rest of the room.
I'm gonna do just wait. It's so it's handheld.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I would like to reach out telepathically because if I zone in on a specific object at a time, could I potentially get a better read on that specific object?
You could try. Yeah, you reach out telepathically. You like try to probe. Like, are you trying to speak to whatever spirit may be present?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
What do you say?
Who's there?
There's no response.
You guys, this place is buzzing with energy. All sense of Joel is lost to everything else.
Unsettling.
There's a knock
Okay.
at your hotel door.
Oh God.
Oh no, we somehow immediately really got into like a spooky hotel scenario.
I'll open it.
What?
Uh,
No, use the peephole.
No.
the people, Florence, Professor.
Not the-
there's
No,
a
you just open the door.
there is a harried-looking man who is dressed in a similar vest that you saw the older gentleman wearing. This guy's younger, has like coiffed blonde hair, and he says, "Hello, welcome to the Julia Hotel. So sorry, just heard you folks checked in. Would have prepped the room a bit more." And he comes walking in, and he sets down a couple of basins that you know are for washing your faces in the morning, as well as a set of fresh towels. And turns around to all of you, and he says, "Sorry, I assumed that you folks were checking in for yourselves. Is there any more members of your retinue I should be concerned about?"
Just us. Thank you.
Oh, great, excellent. And just to let you know, the gallery showing will be this afternoon, this evening. Sorry, long day. It will be this evening down in the lower sitting room quarters, and Diner at the Catacombs will be starting every night around 7 p.m. He smiles
Perfect.
tightly at you. Great. If there's anything else I can help you with, please don't hesitate to ring. And he gets out this little silver bell and sets it down on a tray near the entrance to the hotel to your room. And he says, "My name is Jeremiah. Just lean out the door, give that bell a ring. I'll come running." All right.
And I grab his wrist.
What?
And I say,
Madam. Yeah.
Jeremiah, hold.
All right.
You speak to the Verdanthi. You seem listless. Are you afraid?
Oh, no, miss. No, not at all. I'm not afraid. No. Sorry. I didn't realize that Verdanthi, sorry, are you incognito? I don't recognize any of you. I'm very sorry. Very sorry.
Oh, wait, shit. No, I mean, you speak to the members of the Verdant Church. That's what I meant.
Oh, okay. All right. Sorry. Yeah. And he says, No, I'm pious, at least, I think.
If you have any troubles, you'll speak to us, yes?
Yes? Yes? I can't think of anything right now, but I will do my utmost to think of something.
And I let go of his wrist.
Okay. He slips out of your grip and shakes his hand, and it says, you all have a pleasant evening," and then hurriedly shuts the door.
Felicity, what?
Something is wrong here. You can tell that, right?
You're
Yeah.
going in a little heavy.
Going a little heavy. There's something in the mirror, apparently.
No, not just the mirror. It's something is attached to everything. I put my head in my hands and sit on the bed.
Does it feel like one thing or does it feel like many things?
I can't tell. I think I need drugs. And I start rummaging through my satchel.
Yes, that's right. Maybe drugs, and why don't you take a good sleep in this bed here, in this hotel that's haunted? We're going to go do something else.
We
How
need to
about
find
that?
Joel.
Oh, right.
I wonder if I created a substance that could focus our energy. Does anyone remember what kind of potpourri Joel had?
That is an interesting question. You could try to focus on Joel's not relic, but other item of power.
Well, or just like heighten our sense of smell and sniff it out.
Oh, yeah, that's not gonna happen. But
Oh, okay.
no, that's beyond the pale. But trying to read
Okay.
the spiritual signatures of the box itself would be possible. Yes,
Can
that
we-
is
Okay,
can we-
yes.
that is a
that's what
good
I-
idea. Okay.
Okay, great.
No. I really want like a 16th century like a. Did y'all remember in the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? At one point, the Foot Clan is running around with a vacuum that has a nose at the end of it, implying that it's a sniffing vacuum.
What?
I'm sorry. Are you referencing the Brave Little Toaster?
Surprisingly, no. Anyways,
Oh my
that's what I
God.
want. I want a 16th century version of a vacuum with a nose on the end.
Was the purpose of the vacuum to sniff to vacuum or like sniff things?
Yeah, to like sniff and like find people.
That's awesome. That's so dumb. That's great. Um
Wow. No, I think you should try to focus on the potpourri. I think that's a great idea.
yeah. How do you want to do that? Do you want to do that chemically, like alchemically? Are you making a tincture to enhance your natural empathetic abilities, or are you just going to push through with sheer, ghost will? Sheer
No.
will.
I would like to create an advantage / if any of my comrades have I'm trying to like find some level of specificity, and then I can create a tincture that could numb out the surrounding, and I can just like focus in on
I have an
Yeah.
idea.
A genius.
have an
idea.
idea.
Oh, yep.
what you got.
This will be my assist for you if you need it. Because we still have this bird that's being so quiet and good to us. And I think we should try and gently remove a pin feather and use it to see if it'll help us locate, because they're the same sort of kind of thing.
Yeah. So the bird. Oh man, the bird. Okay, I'm gonna be real. I'm gonna pull back the curtain a bit. I completely spaced that you guys still had that bird with you. That freaking bird.
Well, it's been so quiet because every like 30 minutes we take a really tiny club and whack it in the head.
Oh my God.
No,
No.
my headcanon was that it was stuffed into like somebody's coat pocket, like either Florence or Felicity's, who's ever
Yeah.
actually carrying it. Okay.
It's cozy.
Okay. It's cozy. The thing. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a bird
You know what?
piece, so like, could we take a small feather and like use it to like help her find the other ones?
So no one has anything in their inventory that is
All
directly connected with Joel.
We need to. Hold on. We just gotta pause for one second. We gotta talk about this freaking bird. Let's get to the bottom of this bird question. So
Wait, it's more bird talk, you guys.
yeah.
That's right.
Full circle.
So you can have the bird right now to get this feather. But that also means that the bird, that is a piece of the verdant, is here. A gooey bird, yes. A piece of the verdant is here in the hotel with you right now on your person, and things can happen to it. Are we okay with accepting that, or do you want to say you put it in a cage before you came?
Where would we have left it?
At the mausoleum, if you trusted that place.
I mean, it sounds like something's at stake by having it here, which I think is the most fun. So let's have it here.
Okay. I'm down unless Florence has an objection. Okay, in that case, yes, that is a great idea. Florence, you can pluck the bird's feather. You can pluck a feather off of the bird, which it will complain at and try to flap its wings, and then you can pet its head and feed it some grub, and it will settle down.
If you complain, you get the tiny club again.
And you could pull out this like pin feather and hand it over to Lilith to use. Yeah, if I was going to be really annoying, I'd make you roll to like not have the bird run away from you, but that seems silly. So yeah, you can pull out this tiny pin feather, and Lilith, you can use that in your concoction. Let's start with the crafts roll, Lilith, for creating yourself the advantage for when you like go into the ether realm. So if you can give me a difficulty 2 crafts roll. This is not hard at all to create a drug that will numb your outside senses. Bing, bang, boom. Got it. All right. What do you want this? Well, yeah, this aspect. What do you want this aspect to be called?
Um, tunnel vision.
Cool. And it'll probably just go away immediately upon use because you're going to use it, and then the situation no longer dictates that you should have the. Excuse me, that you should have the aspect. But yeah, okay. So good, you got that, and then what happens next? You brew it right over here on the wooden desk.
Yeah, it becomes a tincture, and I'm going to. I suppose I'll ask my comrades for silence. I'm going to try and pinpoint Joel's location.
The potpourri
If you
box.
guys, I'm going to try and pinpoint the potpourri, and hopefully that can guide us to Joel.
Yeah. All right.
I request silence, and I take my drink, and I think back on every interaction I've had with Joel. We've had a couple tender moments, not many, maybe one. And I like focus that energy and like am full of hope that Joel is okay and will be on our side.
Great. Okay. Give me an empathy roll, difficulty 3. Nice. With style. Okay, so the thing about this is that as you're like probing around for the box, you realize, especially with your senses dulled, it would not be difficult to find this thing. Most of the time. In
So I
fact,
didn't have to pay for the room.
well,
Just kidding.
in fact, now that you have the bird feather, right? If you were like outside in the real world, you could probably locate this if you were like sensing it, right? Because the piece of the verdant that's within the box is kind of a little stunning if you were to reach out and if you knew it was there. If you don't know it's there, you can't look for it. But now that you know it's there, it's like it suddenly becomes apparent. But the hotel, that like field of static, that interference is still really interfering, and you have to like push through it and like push it aside, like parting a series of heavy curtains to get a sense of where the light is. And you find the box. It's downstairs in the lower like entryway lobby. It seems to be in a room that's like on an offshoot of the entryway lobby. And it's gleaming just like bright downstairs. You could take your cohorts right to it if you wanted to.
You said in the lobby or off of the lobby?
It's in a room that's offshoot of the lobby. That's an offshoot of the lobby.
Okay.
You don't know where it is, but you know it's there. Yep.
I don't know. While I'm here in this moment, I didn't use our free invoke. Should I look for anything else, you guys? Or is that not in the rules?
It's completely within the rules.
I found it. It
Great.
shouldn't be difficult to find from here. But do you guys want me to seek out anything else?
I'm going to give you a boost for this scene as well, since you succeeded with style. So we'll say you're tuned in. That's a free invoke.
Are there any other verdant pieces here?
Interesting question.
Like the white vial or the dog whistle? Like, because that would say one of them is here, and that would be
Right.
It'd be nice to know.
Would you like to look for either of those?
I would.
Okay. Which one?
Oh. Both.
If it were
okay.
outside, you could just reach out your senses and try to sense,
Right.
anything. But the interference here, you have to like specifically go looking for something.
Okay. It was the dog whistle and which one?
The white vial.
I don't remember what that's from.
Ophelia's. It's Ophelia's. Whatever it does, it's Ophelia's item.
I'm gonna go dog whistle.
Okay.
No, I should do white vial.
Okay.
Oh God.
White vial?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, white vial.
Okay. Yeah. Give me an empathy roll at difficulty 5. Ooh. Okay.
And I'll use my free invoke.
Great. That will tie you, which means you will succeed with a complication. Is that acceptable?
I could use my boost.
Oh, you
Or
could
is
use
it-
your boost.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. Sounds good. All right. I'm going to delete that situational aspect, and then we'll get rid of this boost. Okay. So you push through, you part more and more curtains, and as you're doing so, you can feel like whatever's creating the interference in the hotel is starting to get annoyed with you. In fact, you start to get rebuffed a bit, like, and it's not like angry rebuffment. It's more just like you feel it's like somebody's trying to go to the bathroom and you keep opening the door, and they're like, "Go, go away," and they keep like slamming the door in your face. But yeah, so you pierce through the veil of the hotel as best you can, and you can sense it. Ophelia's white vial is here. It's in the hotel. It's in near the top of the hotel, at like the
Ugh.
highest point.
Okay.
I hate that. Okay.
Spooky.
Am I able to look for the dog whistle as well?
Yeah, go ahead.
I feel like I'm sorry, guys. I'm like hogging all the rolls right now.
No, that's
It'll
cool.
be
You're
fine.
just gathering information.
Cool.
You reach out, try to pierce the veil. Yeah, you don't have to roll. It's not here.
Oh, thank you.
Yep.
All right. All right. So the poopery is at towards the lobby. The vial is towards the top of the hotel. If I were Ophelia, I would absolutely separate Joel from the poopery, and I would. I think we should go towards the vial.
I'm in agreement.
I as well.
Are you ready to see her again, Lilith?
I'm ready for whatever needs to be done.
All right. Yeah, I guess we should
Any
go
boosts before we go?
up. Yeah, do you want to make anything? Do you want to I
Yeah.
think it'd be fun to dress up as the staff members of the hotel. That'd be fun.
Oh yeah, we
D-
should have pummeled that guy.
Don't worry. Worst case scenario, I already have that in my AU. Both dressing up as the staff members and pummeling the guy. Yes.
I mean, you could always ring the bell and call Jeremiah back if you wanted to assault a paid worker.
Poor man.
Oh, Jeremiah.
Jeremiah, we'll take 3 staff uniforms. Thank you.
Yeah, okay, that is beyond the pale. But yeah.
It'd be so funny.
Actually,
Um,
I'll say this: like Felicity thinks that like if you were like overbearing enough and like really shoved it, you might be able to coerce him into getting those for you. Honestly, it's not like he would tell somebody. Like he would very obviously like run to his manager and be like, but if you berated him enough, you might be able
No.
to.
I can
No,
make
that-
drugs.
Okay.
We can make agreeableness drugs.
Yeah,
well,
or you can drug
we could
this
just
this working
drug him.
employee.
That's a classic Lilith move. Yeah, but I don't know if I want to berate the guy. That's more Esther than Felicity.
Why don't
Yeah,
we
yeah.
hate Jeremiah?
Well, we don't hate Jeremiah.
Kill
I mean,
him.
it's an
Make a death
opportunity.
mask.
Or if you came up with like a convincing enough lie, or I'm just saying like it's actually the more I think about it, it's not completely out of the realm of possibility. It's just very obvious that unless you gave him sufficient reason, he would very much go and tell his manager that like, hey, 3 guests just requested uniforms.
May I ask what the impression is on staff seeing the guards here?
They
Because, like,
didn't.
obviously we got away with it. It wasn't a huge deal. I'm
Yeah.
just checking that.
No,
Okay.
yeah, that's a good question. They didn't really bat an eye. Like the attendants seemed a little weirded out by the fact that guards were booking rooms. That was odd. But church guard presence at the hotel, not a thing that bothered anybody. Almost as if it was a common occurrence.
And I feel like my behavior was reflective of like I might be working and guarding
Yes.
Felicity.
Yeah, and
so like
the it was obvious. It was somewhat obvious that the attendants very much made an assumption that you were getting the room for somebody important.
Okay. I love it. Um,
David
okay,
could-
team. Yeah. Before we, run into the line of fire upstairs, I mean, any ideas?
Smoke bomb.
We love a good smoke bomb.
It's so
Okay,
funny.
how about you guys come up with which direction we want to take this tactically, and I'm just like rummaging through my thing. I'll come up with some tinctures.
Right.
I look out the window and say, sure, smoke is fine.
You can see the hazy green forms of ghosts hovering around one of the higher spires of Chandla outside as rain pours down.
Felicity, now is not the time to be daydreaming.
Am I not allowed to brood out a window?
There's a crash of lightning.
No need to brood. I mean, you
Okay,
just regained your freedom. How do you plan to use it?
I pick up a nearby glass of wine, and what is freedom?
Oh, wow.
You swill the glass around, getting dangerously close to a dated reference.
Oh no! Anyways, I don't know what I was thinking. I put the glass down. Let's go.
You feel the vampire fangs growing in your mouth.
No, no!
Yeah.
I push them back in.
We could. All right. So we could try to just take out Ophelia here and now, I guess. Or we could try and eavesdrop on her and see what she'll tell us.
Just to remind folks, Ophelia probably has something guarding the white vial, right? Like whatever it is, there's going to be some sort of security. But if it is her and you take her out, it may just be one of the clones, right? Just to make sure people are aware.
We do have to do anyways.
Yeah.
So, how did we defeat her last clone? Okay, we the tree.
Just like
We did,
I shoved her
extreme violence. Yeah. Go ahead.
into the monster.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and then the tree thing. Well,
Mhm.
I don't remember how we did that.
That was Esther. Then we.
R.I.P.
I
we've
pour
only
the
done
wine
two,
glass
right?
onto the
That's
ground.
it.
Fortunately, the Hotel Julia has all hardwood floors, at least in this stratum.
Uh-huh.
Mm.
I have so many ideas.
Okay, I'll roll for my crafts. I think I'd like to make 3 different tinctures if that's acceptable.
Sure.
Okay, I want to try doing a smoke bomb, a truth potion, and then maybe some like poison arrows.
Love it. Okay, let's make crafts rolls. I'm gonna say difficulty 3. I'm gonna say difficulty 3, 4, and 3, respectively. Smoke bomb partially created. That's a failure on the truth serum.
I'll bump that one up. I'll tag that I'm an apprentice.
Yeah.
Thing, a herbologist. Apprentice.
Totally. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can basically we'll call that a situational aspect when we come to an interrogation scene. Yep, and then just make a note of it on your sheet. That's a
what a chilling statement.
That's a failure on the. Well, should we come to it? That's a failure on the poisoned arrows.
That's fine. So smoke bomb was succeed with minor
Complication. Yeah.
complication, and then truth potion's good to go. Okay, that's fine.
Is there a consequence for failing the arrows?
I'm thinking. Yeah, I was thinking through that.
Okay.
I think
wait.
so. Could you go ahead and give me an athletics roll, Lily? Difficulty 3.
Oh God. Oh my god. I tinctured too hard. I'm rushing the process.
You are rushing the process, and in so rushing, you spill the poison, the contact poison, all over your hands. Never a good place to be. You start feeling woozy and sick immediately. I'm going to apply a situational aspect to you.
Situational aspect needs to lie in a haunted bed in a haunted hotel.
You're just a little poisoned. Okay. All right. Okay. What do we want to do, folks? Like Lily, you like stand up from the table, you like grip it, you see your vision swim in front of you. You're like trying to shake your head to like clear your mind. You know it'll go away eventually, like because what the poison does is slow down body function. So like you know this feeling of paralysis will eventually recede, but for now it's gonna be there for a bit.
Have a seat. Have a seat.
Oh
All right.
no.
No one gets the finest
Oh.
moment, but we all make mistakes, and then we learn from them, right? Nod. Yes. Okay. How many fingers am I holding up?
I lay on the bed. It's really squeaky and dusty.
No, it's perfectly clean. It's comfortable too.
Just
Yeah.
haunted.
Yeah.
All right. I feel like I should make some sort of like boost for myself, but my ideas are gone. I'm sorry. I don't have very many.
It's so early in the year. How can we have
I'm doing
ideas,
my
you
best,
know?
and it's not enough, but that's fine. Um, yeah, like what could I feel like Felicity needs also a boost somewhere. I'm
There's
thinking-
probably like a book. There's probably a Bible.
What?
Just kidding. Because we're in a hotel room.
Yeah, but why?
Because she likes her books, and that's where it gives her
That's
lore.
hysterical.
Never.
Like I find this strange religion
But why would it be a
There's gotta-
Bible? Yeah.
from another
just-
world.
No, just okay. Like think of all the movies and stories where like they put the book like over their heart, and then the bullet doesn't go through. Like you
Wow.
like pocket some shit. I don't know.
Yeah. No, I'm being unkind. Like maybe the equivalency of a Bible, right? Like the Verdanthi verses, perhaps. But no,
Because they love alliteration.
there is no such thing in this place. Yeah.
I think I want to take the hand mirror with me. I think I'm just
Sure.
gonna pick it up.
Yeah,
I'm
but
taking
note
it with me.
Note it down on your sheet.
And look, I guess I'm just gonna be edgy. And is there like a bathroom attached to this?
Oh yes, there is a full suite with a lay-in bath that sits 4.
Okay, great. I go into the bathroom and I close the door, and I don't know. I cross my arms for a sec, shiver, and then nod to myself. I pull out my knife and I just sort of shadow box for a bit, trying to make an advantage here.
All right, so like, look, you can't. That doesn't help. Like, you can't just like shadow box for a while and then say like, "All right, I'm warmed up and ready to go." Like, that's not.
What are you talking about? Why can't I make an advantage using fight as a skill?
If
Also, you're
not?
buzzed.
if that
You were drinking wine.
if that no, she poured one out. If that worked in real life, that's not. No, I'm sorry.
That does work in real life. What are you talking about?
Come on. All right.
Getting pumped up for like a conflict? That's totally a thing. Versus, I don't know, being sleepy in a cursed hotel bed?
It may have some effect, but it doesn't have an effect enough to warrant an aspect, right? Like, it's not a, if you were to rig like a knife to your like inner sleeve that was like a hidden blade, like for a surprise attack or something, that would be more akin to what I would anticipate preparing an advantage would be.
Okay, okay, what if instead I do this and I use my fight skill to create a different aspect that I would call stressed the fuck out.
That so you want to create a disadvantage for yourself?
No, it's an advantage.
How is it an advantage?
I can think of many reasons why stress
I
can be
thought of
useful.
I thought of something. I thought of something.
All right, hit me
We
with
have to
the.
stop this disaster. Okay, so
I
you know
take
how
offense to that,
every
but go ahead.
every hotel room has like a little map to the emergency exits. I feel like I should memorize this map so I can actually see what this hotel looks like.
Mm. Yes. There is no such map.
Gross. Gross.
I'm
Come on.
sorry, but you operate in an age where those sorts of requirements and building codes are not required at this time.
Okay, okay. Well, in that case, I feel like I should ring up Jeremiah and I should be like, "Hey, can you tell me how to get to the pool? Can you tell me how to get to this place and that place?"
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Mhm.
That's reasonable. That makes sense.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yes,
That'll do. If you want to get like a basic overlay of the hotel.
basically, yeah. I want
yeah.
to know how to get to the rooftop.
Okay, give me a lore roll with difficulty 2, we'll say.
Okay.
Okay, great. I'm going to create an aspect for you then, which is a mental map of the hotel. Tony, if you want to, okay, maybe I'm being unfair. Do the other players think that Tony's suggestions are reasonable? Maybe I'm just being.
You're not being unfair.
Okay, all right.
What?
Thank you.
Okay, all right. Oh no, hold on. I am not done on this hill. Okay, imagine for a moment what someone does before they go into, I don't know, an
They
MMA
stretch,
fight.
maybe?
What was that?
You could say you did some stretching.
That would also be acceptable.
Maybe you did some yoga. Maybe you got calm and focused. Maybe
Yeah, but I still don't think. I feel like if you had a stunt for that, I would accept it, right? If it was
Yeah.
like a stunt where it's like I can prepare my mind and body
Mhm.
before a fight
Mhm.
to be more tense and ready. But like just doing that without like some specific training.
Mhm.
Yeah, performance
That's
actually
not it.
Will has a great idea. Performance enhancing substances would do it if Wendy
Mhm.
was willing to
Ugh.
make those.
I don't want to do more drugs. I'm probably still like just chock-a-block full of whatever drug I took last time or had blown into my face by Wendy.
True.
Ugh. Uh,
Why haven't we done another like rite where we make ourselves powerful like we did with Anna?
I'm shrugging my shoulders over here at yeah.
we can do one of those.
Let me
I mean,
hold on. What do I need for that?
it's Florence's like ethics against using spirits against their will.
Yeah, you
feel
need
for
you
that.
basically need a ghost that you force into the other person's body. Like it would be using a ghost against its will.
Never
And-
mind.
Like we used it last time to like it was for a big deal.
Yeah.
But this is a big deal, but also it feels bad. But you could convince Florence if you wanted to.
But we don't have any ghosts. Or
Yeah,
could I
look
use
outside? Look outside. There's a giant spire that's glowing green.
So what if we did another which one is that again? Rite of reaper. No.
I believe you're right. I believe it is the right of repurpose. Let me check my notes.
Right of.
Yep.
No.
No. That's no.
No.
You were looking at the right of resilience.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
What if we did the rite of resilience? I mean, Florence, I don't want you to take this the wrong way. It's just, what if I could fix you?
Fix me?
Your leg.
I feel like this is not a road we want to go down.
Wow. Try again.
Would you like to be a better fighter? It worked very well last time, and I mean, the stakes couldn't be higher.
You want to use spirits and force them into my body forever against their will. So
You're
that I can punch a little harder.
I grab your hand a little. Well, I like go to reach for your hand, but I'm still poisoned, so I like miss.
And
It's just
and my jaw is tense.
you're the closest thing I have to family. I care about you. I would do anything for you.
Do anything to me?
Only if you want. But
Why don't we think
It's
of
an option.
another solution?
Felicity?
You're not doing that to me. Absolutely not.
All right, well,
We haven't seen Anna since we've done this, and who knows what the consequences of that has been.
Also, I just got one overbearing spirit untethered from me. I don't need another.
I
might
lie
try
back down.
as a poison fever, and maybe I'll get you some water, and
Okay.
then we should head out.
That was
I don't
you
know. I am
figure-
fully prepared to spend the entire rest of this session just doing weird stuff in this hotel room.
I mean, I paid good money for this place.
We
We don't need to finish this game ever.
I love that. Everybody take a fate point for that scene. That was great.
Great. Can you imagine? Can you imagine like just like a near automata ass like, oh, as soon as you book the hotel room, it like fades to text, and then like it's like a game over, like, and then they argued and had weird stunts and happenings in the hotel room until they all died.
This is The Shining.
Amazing. All right.
Are we leaving, or is Jeremiah coming up?
No, we're leaving.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
go out.
I was making tea.
For
All
the
right.
record, I do shadow box in the bathroom.
That's
Oh my
yes.
God.
So, one thing I forgot to mention with that, by the way, Florence. So Jeremiah does say, he gives you like a full mental layout of the hotel. Basically, the lower floor consists of. I gave you the aspect, but let me give you some real tangible information. The lower floor consists of the lobby, entryway, and then there are several offshoot sitting rooms from that where people can mingle. There is even an indoor garden. Excuse me, which has a number of different plants from all across Chandler growing in it and specifically maintained. There is also in one of the sitting rooms this evening. He mentioned it earlier, but there is a gallery showing of an artist's new like paintings in one of the lower sitting rooms this evening. An artist by the name of Cynthia Bellinara. There is also the dining room off of the lobby through like the main entryway. And the dining room is called the Catacombs, but that's like the restaurant attached to the hotel itself. Other than that, the rest of the hotel comprises of 3 other floors, the second of which you're on now. There are 2 floors above this one. Another one, the third one, just has more rooms and apartments so folks can, live. The 4th floor of the hotel, Jeremiah says, is off limits.
Is
to-
there any
to guests.
rooftop access?
He looks at you and says, "To be honest, miss, I don't know. Never been up there myself. Not a lot of reason
Oh.
to go walking about on the cobblestones or on the roof tiles."
Gosh, even the
makes
roof is cobblestones.
I was kind of hoping that we'd be able to see the view from up there, but that's all right.
Yeah, sorry about that. And yeah, he leaves.
Okay. Forbidden. Great.
Did we ask about it, like where the emergency exit is?
There is none.
I love that you think this 18th century style building is up to code.
I just got to get up to that 4th floor.
Mm-hmm.
Is scaling the building from our balcony plausible?
So there isn't an outdoor balcony to the rooms. If you were
Oh,
if you were to exit the hotel and try to scale the whole facade, you could try it.
We have a window though.
You do have a window. The window does open, so you could try that as well. The window does
I
look
have a
off
new
to the
step.
side of the hotel.
okay.
Yeah. So you folks can tell me what you want to do next. Like, let me know.
Let's just try and get upstairs the normal way.
Okay.
Okay. So you exit your room, you head back out into the main entrance of the hotel, and start heading up. I'm going to keep it on this for now, just so we have those aspects. You start heading up the stairs. It's very obvious where the stairs are, right? They're like near the end of the hallways that like are the balconies, which have like the rooms leading off of them. And you realize that the hotel itself, whichever floor you're on, it always looks down to the main lobby floor. So there's like interior balconies going around that looks down to the main lobby floor on the second and third floors. When you get to the staircase on the third floor and you ascend, you're about to like go up the next staircase, and you can see that there is one of those plush red velvet ropes with like the gold standees on either side of it clipped across it, and it says no admittance. There's like a sign hanging from it that reads no admittance up to the fourth floor, but there are stairs that just go up there.
Great.
I'm gonna go straight for it in a very professional manner.
Right now, are we being looked at?
Not right now. You're on the third floor, so like there are guests milling about below, but up here folks are mostly in their rooms. If you want to just
Great.
hop the rope and go up, you could.
We're going up.
Okay. You all hop over the rope and start heading up the stairs. Can you all give me will rolls at difficulty 6?
Wow.
Oof.
Awesome.
I'm
So
gonna bump mine up.
yeah.
Let's see here. I'm wary of all this supernatural stuff.
Yep, good call.
I feel like I should also boost mine so it's not as bad. I would like to use...
So just to be clear, so you know, Steph, if you boost yours and it still doesn't meet the threshold, nothing's going to change. So
Okay, well then in that case, I will leave it.
yeah. Okay, so here's what happens. Sorry, were you going to boost yours, Felicity?
I did by 2.
Oh, okay. What aspect did you tag?
Wary of all this supernatural stuff.
Oh, right. Sorry, you said that. I completely spaced. Okay, all right. So, you all hop the rope. You're ascending the stairs to the 4th floor, and then there's a moment, Felicity, where like you get to the top of the stairs, and you come up onto another landing. That seems to be you climb up, like the stairs themselves go up, so they go to a floor that is the entire floor is covered, right? So like the third and second floor, you can like look down on the interior balconies and see the lobby, but the 4th floor itself, as you ascend, that floor is actually just another floor. It doesn't have like an interior balcony where you can look down. The whole thing is a floor itself. And you get up there, Felicity, and you just see this long hallway that has rooms on either side of it going all the way down like a normal hotel would. And then there's a set of 2 heavy iron doors at the far end of the hallway with brass handles that you're just looking at down the hall. You walk up. Lily and Florence, you ascend the stairs as well, and you see Felicity ahead of you. And Felicity like turns a corner and goes up the staircase, and then you like go up to follow her. And as you turn the corner, you find yourself walking back down the stairs towards the rope again. And you're like, what?
Ugh, not more magic.
Felicity, you're alone on the top level of this hotel.
What do I see?
You see a long hallway that extends downward, room doors on either side, and a heavy set of iron doors at the end with brass handles. There's faint flickering candles on either side of the hotel, on either side of the hotel hallway.
Okay, I go to the nearest door. I don't think I even noticed that my companions are not with me, and I go to the nearest door on the left.
Okay.
And I listen for a moment before opening the door.
Okay, so you listen for a moment, and inside you can hear muffled voices talking to each other.
I don't open the door.
Okay, you don't open the door. You can hear muffled voices talking inside, and you can sort of make out what they're saying. You can make out saying, lovely this time of year. Yes, I do enjoy being here. It's so much nicer than being...
And then I move on to the next and do the same.
Okay. As you're listening to at the rooms, you can tell that all of them are filled with patrons. Like there's people inside all of these rooms. Except, you can't hear through the iron doors at the end. But there's people inside all of these rooms.
Okay.
Can I try going up the stairs again?
Sure. You can try. Florence, you ascend the stairs one more time and find yourself walking down them again.
Oh damn. I look at Lily, like, how are we gonna get up?
This hotel is not being very cooperative.
Felicity, what do you want to do? The stairs are behind you. You could head back down. You could keep pressing on.
I think I keep pressing on.
Do you want to go through the double doors at the far end, or?
I approach the double doors and I listen.
So they're solid iron, so hearing anything through them is difficult. You think you can see like a faint greenish light coming out from underneath the door, very faint.
Hey, what do you two think of? Professor? Lilith?
You're alone in the hallway.
And I guess I start running back down the hallway.
Okay. You run back down the hall. Do you want to go down the stairs?
Sure, yeah. And I say, what are you two doing?
Yeah.
Wait, stop.
You make it back down to the 3rd floor. Yep.
Wait, stop.
What?
There's some sort of spell on these stairs. We're not able to go up there. I don't know if you should come back down quite yet.
What are you talking
Getting
about?
redirected.
And I just walk back up the stairs
No.
again.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you can go up the stairs. You don't know what they're talking about.
What are you here?
I wonder, what if you tried to go into the room directly above our room? We could maybe cut a hole.
In the stone?
You would have to
Go
cut a
up,
hole
like-
through stone 2 floors down.
Is there an HVAC in this building?
There's no HVACs.
I'll stop asking about code. It's fine. I just watched Die Hard, so it'd be
Wait,
really cool to have
we
an
hold-
HVAC
Can we hold
moment.
hands?
Oh, such a good movie.
Sure. And I grab the professor's hand and I kind of
I'm
look.
gonna take Lily's.
I look weirdly at you and I walk up the stairs.
Okay. Felicity, you take a hold of both of their hands. You walk up the stairs, and then you find yourself walking back down them again. Professor and Lily in tow.
And I find this supremely annoying, and I would like to create an advantage for my compatriots. And I say to them, listen, you're just being controlled by something here. And gosh, I don't know why I have to explain this to the two of you. Just don't let it do that.
Just don't let it do that. Just don't let it do that.
Don't let it do that.
Okay.
What really got me through my shackling, and I look over at you, Lilith, was my anger. Okay, so just think about what emotion is most easily within reach and use it. And I'd like to create an advantage using will.
Yeah, that makes sense. I would see that as more rapport, to be honest with you. I think it's more of a rapport thing because you're trying to like have a frank conversation with your allies. Let's do rapport. I'll call it difficulty 1 though. I don't think it's that hard of a thing to get. Nailed it. Not a success with style, but still a success. So I will create a situational aspect for you.
No.
folks.
I'm going to bump that up by 2.
Oh, okay.
The whole point is to help these two absolute nerds, apparently, of this staircase. And I'm going to use my aspect. She had my back. Now I'll have hers.
Nice. So you're bumping it up to succeed with style.
Yes.
Okay. So that's 2 free invokes on wise to supernatural tricks.
Amazing. All right. You're right. I'll just focus. We have to get to Joel. We have to get to Joel.
I hold your hand.
Wait. I have a question. What is
Yeah.
the emotion most easily within reach for the professor and Lilith?
Outside of determination.
Mine is a drive to finish what I started with Ophelia.
But like, if you had to boil it down, like to like Felicity's is anger.
What are you angry at?
I feel that
Holy
sort of
shit.
answers itself.
Holy shit. Oh my god.
Come sit on my couch.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, mine's my rage, because you said anger, even though mine, rightfully so. I have every right to be angry at Ophelia.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah,
just to be
mine's
clear,
protectiveness. That's that.
Yeah.
Yours is what?
Protectiveness.
Wow.
just to be clear, you folks are heading towards where you sense the white vial to be from. That's what you're seeing.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Great. Go ahead and remake those will rolls, Lily and Florence, with this newfound guidance from your friend Felicity. Okay.
And then we're
What was
gonna
the difficulty?
lock it up.
6.
Oh, God. Okay, well, I'll use my free invoke.
Same.
Okay, I'll get rid of that.
Press these buttons. Da-da-da.
And then I will tag that it's hard enough being a teenager. Why does it have to be so difficult taking a flight of stairs?
All right.
Cool. I'm gonna meet it.
Okay, sounds good. So you all walk up the stairs this time, and this time you can actually feel, all three of you can actually feel the veil like parting. Whatever sort of magical spell or whatever that was, because it's weird. Whatever is affecting your minds, you like push through it and ignore the illusion, and you all find yourselves on the top of the 4th floor of the hotel. You see a long hallway with 4 doors on either side, each leading to individual rooms, and an iron doorway at the end with a set of brass handles.
Can I sense the specific direction of the vial? Would it be through the brass handles?
It's through the door. Yeah, it's through the double doors at the end.
I'd like to walk down the hallway quietly and see if I notice anything.
I mean, not especially. No, the field of like interference is still up here. So if you're trying to sense any spiritual things, you don't really know where they are. You can tell that the white vial itself is like within that room, though.
Is the door locked?
Does Florence try it?
She's gonna very gently try to pull the door open.
Okay. You gently pull the one side of the iron double door open, and as soon as you do this, like eerie greenish light like flows out of the door, and you hear this soft music coming from inside as if a quartet of strings was playing. Through the gap in the doorway, you glance within, Florence, and you see what appears to be a very old ballroom. Hardwood floors stretched out, shine to perfection, a wraparound mirror that covers like 2 halves of the room on either side on the wall, so you can see like reflections of that, and then a bandstand at the back, where who's ever playing for the evening might play. There's a massive crystalline chandelier that hangs from the top part of the ceiling, and whirling about on the dance floor itself are tins of pairs of ghostly greenish figures, basically ghosts, dancing and whirling about, floating in the air, laughing to each other as they go. The ghosts.
Can I hear?
What?
Can I hear any of their conversations specifically?
It's like the music is loud and like they're all like whispering to each other, and maybe you might be able to push out with your mind and speak to one of them, but they all seem rather enraptured and enthralled by the music, and they're just dancing about up here whirling. They all seem to be quite happy. In contrast to the ghosts outside on like the spires, you can see like smiles on their faces, and you can see that most of them have like their ghostly images show like images of their clothes that they had in life, and they seem to be like more richer in number. You see a lot of like fine fluted coats and like top hats. You can see a couple of gentlemen have set their canes to the side. The ladies are wearing these long flowing dresses that fan out a bit as they twirl and spin around. You can see at the back of the room as well that music is coming from a ghostly quartet of 4-string players that are making the music happen.
Do I
Wow.
see any people? Like
There-
not ghosts?
There are no people up here. It's all ghosts.
Right. I described this scene to my companions.
Just to give you a sense, Lilith, through the crack in the doorway, you can sense that the white vial itself is inside of that room. There's like an offshoot doorway back near the bandstand that's like a little wooden door that probably goes into like a storage closet or something like that. The white vial is in there across the ghostly ballroom.
I'm gonna reach out to the closest dancing ghost and ask them to open the door for us.
Are we gonna go in?
Yeah, so just to be clear, if you do that, you'll probably make yourself you'll make your presence known.
What do we do? The vial's in there.
I think we go in, and I think we should start dancing.
What?
I think we should dance our way over to the vial.
I look in. Do I recognize any of the ghost faces as like people I would have known?
No. These are all like probably folks from Chandler who are part of the merchant class, maybe the richer upper crust.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
one thing you could do if you didn't want to like talk to them, you could reach out with your mind and try to overhear a conversation. That would be something I would allow. And anybody could do that actually with notice rolls if you wanted to try that before you headed in.
Okay, I would like to do that.
Okay.
Love noticing.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a notice. Difficulty, I'll say 2 to pick out a conversation.
So wait, are these ghosts different than normal ghosts? Usually I'm the only one that can hear them and I roll empathy.
Mm-hmm. Yep. They do
So-
seem a little different.
They are different. Okay, so I am rolling notice.
I mean, you could roll empathy as well if you want. Same
I mean,
difficulty.
why wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Zabeb.
Okay.
Zabab.
Tony, you want to get in on this or? Hello?
Oh, maybe they're being right back.
Yeah,
Hold on.
maybe.
Yes, BRB.
Okay, great. Actually, in that case, hold on one second. Let me see. Oh, yep, there we go. Okay, in that case, let's take our quick break here, and we'll come back in about 5 minutes.
Okay.
So yeah,
Sounds good.
see y'all then. Okay, we're back, everybody, into this haunted ballroom where our heroes are peering into it, watching these ghosts whirl and dance around. And our heroes have just like focused and tried to listen to what the ghosts are saying, which, as Lilith has pointed out, is weird because most of the time ghosts don't talk. These folks, however, seem to be able to. And you can hear them muttering to each other as they're whirling around the floor, and you hear one of them say, "Oh, so happy that this hotel is finally open again. Always a good blessing to take a nice spiritual retreat." Yes. They say that like an older gentleman and a wife like laugh at each other as they're whirling around, and then you hear somebody else say, "It is good to get out of one's body from time to time. Aches and pains can really build up over the years. A reset. Yes? Yes." And they like agree with each other as they're laughing and twirling around.
Oh my gosh, they're having a spiritual retreat. This is hysterical.
This is insane. I
This is
don't understand.
I would totally go for one of these.
Wow.
Money can buy
Also,
happiness in the after?
Hey,
in the,
if you
in the current.
if you have a personal relationship with folks who control the after, why not?
So let's see. I'm looking at it right. So I'm like, which one of these made this happen?
Yeah, that's a good question. Do you want to try to make like a? I would allow either like a notice or an empathy roll to like try to look through the crowd and see if you can notice any ghosts that are like more important than the others.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I want to try an empathy roll.
Okay. Or maybe. Yeah, no, empathy is correct. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and make me an empathy roll. This is not hard. It's gonna be difficulty 1. Boom. Yeah, so there is one ghost in particular at the back who every now and then he's blocked by a lot of the other ghosts, but every now and then as people twirl around, he will like nod in appreciation to them and like tip his hat to them. He's an older looking gentleman, rail thin, tall, has a thick handlebar mustache and like a nice bearded nice like thick beard coming off of that. He has a monocle in one eye, a top hat on the other. Looks very like regal and resplendent in his like fine tuxedo coat. And you can see that the tuxedo coat itself has like several stab wounds going through it as if he was shivved multiple times. He's standing near the back though and just nodding at everybody.
Okay. So to be clear, these people are alive. Their spirit has just momentarily exited their body for this ball.
You don't know fully, right? You're just hearing mutterings of what they're saying to each other. You're wondering if like you don't know. You don't know how this works.
Interesting.
I wouldn't be able to use my powers to investigate that further.
I mean, they're ghosts, right? Like they're definitely ghosts of dead people. So
Right.
What the heck? Oh gosh.
Right. Okay. I think we have to simply go in and mingle, maybe?
Should I try the door adjacent just for funsies? What if we're missing something?
one of the room doors.
Yeah.
You could try it.
I think I will.
Okay.
Oh.
You like reach out, jiggle the door handle. It's locked.
Okay, I think can I what if I okay.
There's voices.
Can I
in there, right?
transpose my body into one of those bodies?
What?
Wow.
What if I just tried to move into the room without physically moving into the room?
You mean like projection? You want to project your spirit out of your body into the room.
Yeah, be it independently or
That
like taking over a spirit in there.
that is something that you do not have the ability to do. No.
Ah, very well.
You could try to control a spirit inside. That's something you could do. You could try to reach out and control one of the spirits if you wanted to do that. You could even try to control the head spirit at the front.
Who is he?
You have no idea. It's a regal-looking gentleman, though.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna try that.
All right. Go ahead and give me an empathy roll, and I will oppose with his will. I'm going to use one of my scene fate points before I even roll to tag your just a little poisoned aspect. So let's see what we get here. Actually, I don't want to reveal this yet, so I'm going to do a little blind roll. Yeah. Okay. I don't need to tag that. So I got a 6.
And I'm gonna bump it up because I am death reincarnate and I have power
Yeah.
over life and death.
Makes sense. Click that up to 7. I will tag one of my scene fate points to tag you're just a little poisoned. You're a little woozy. Your mind isn't as focused as you should be, so I'll kick mine up to an 8.
Oh man.
Keep
Okay.
going.
Florence told me to keep going and she's my guiding light. So
Yeah, but I don't know if you can tag that aspect here. So what's the next aspect you're going to tag to try to win in this contest of wills?
I am fighting with all of my might because failure is not an option. I do what it takes. I'm a fighter, a survivor.
Okay, maybe you expose yourself to a little excess harm in the course of doing so. We see your nose start to bleed, your eyes start to run. Sure, I'll take that. I'm going to spend another scene fate point to tag this creature's aspect master of himself and his domain, and I'll kick mine up to 10.
Oh my god. Sorry, my cat, it just decided to be chaotic. I'm like, this is not the time.
I should help you.
You can't.
Let's see.
We're
can't?
in the roll.
Damn. Okay.
You want to spend any more fate points, Lily, or let the failure stand?
I'm feeling stubborn. I am burdened with a troubled past and I have to deal with this, and this is the only way I know how.
Okay, I'll take that. I'm going to tag.
God damn it.
I'm going to tag his trouble, which I will not say because it would give stuff away. But you guys are going to really have to trust me here. But trust me, the trouble is relevant. So I'll spend one more of my scene fate points and kick myself up to 12.
Look, on the plus side, you've got James to use up 3 scene points.
It's true. I only have 2 left.
That's a lot of
You have
scenes.
2 left?
Yeah, I get the number of players plus 2 for every scene.
So like, even just doing that was a very good use of all those fate points. You don't have to keep going if you don't want to, but
I mean, I either fail and have a fate point, or I fail with no fate points, but then James has no more fate points.
he might have 1 at the end of this. He's got 2 left.
Plus, you have to
That-
consider that if you fail, you're going to take a consequence, right? Whatever that may be. You might want to save some fate points to deal with whatever that is.
Okay, fine, I fail.
You try to push your way into this spirit's mind, but he's very willful and seems like he has training or maybe some sort of protection against this sort of thing. He easily, well, not easily, but he does rebuff your advances, which is very weird. You're not used to that happening. And as he does so, he turns his eyes to look right at you at the double doors, and he sees you there, and he says, He like stares hard at you as the ghosts are like dancing around, and then he gets this very worried like look on his face. Like his facade of seriousness drops, and like there's a sense of like intense worry on his face. He goes, "Oh no, 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 none of that, thank you, no!" And he snaps his fingers, and the iron doors you're in front of, like slam shut and knock you all back away from the door.
Whoa.
Oh,
Okay.
What? What?
How important is this vial?
So important. We have to
I'm gonna go get the potpourri.
No, you have to stay with us. um yeah, let's open up the doors.
Just full open them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You walk forward, Florence. You throw the doors open. All the ghosts are gone. The room is completely empty. Even the music
Wow.
stopped.
Interesting. Great.
Uh,
Okay.
Lily, you can no longer sense the white vial.
Fuck.
But I saw where I knew where it was.
You knew
Can
where
I
it
not
was.
just walk towards it?
You could, but the ping in the field is no longer there. Its
Okay, I'm gonna
presence-
walk towards the room anyway.
Okay.
I'm
You
gonna
walk-
open the door.
You walk across the ballroom and open the door. And as you pull the door open, you can see that it leads into just a storage closet where there's like boards and like leaning up. You see some repair tools, a couple of barrels on one side, rope and pulleys, that sort of thing. There's a ladder in here too.
I'm rummaging violently.
You rummage violently, but you don't find anything.
Where does the ladder go?
The ladder,
Okay.
it's just like it's a carry ladder, like a ladder you could
Okay.
set up somewhere else. It's for
Right.
like you gotta have something to get to that chandelier.
Damn. Okay. Are you sure it's gone?
I don't understand this place. I hate this place.
We'll figure it out. Let's focus on Joel.
I reach out to see if I can't sense.
It's that same
Yes.
cloud of spirits. A few moments later, there's footsteps coming towards the iron door, and you all look back down the hallway, and you see that older manager you saw before downstairs talking to the attendant come walking up to you. And he has a very stern look on his face, and he says, "Pardon me, this room and this entire floor is off limits to guests. There was a rope. We set up a rope. Did you not see the sign?
There was a party up here.
There's no parties up here,
Celebrations.
miss. There hasn't been a party up here for years. This wing of the hotel is decrepit, and we keep it closed off so guests don't get hurt. Now, please, I would ask you all to move out of here with haste."
All right, we should just go.
Or we could rough this guy up.
Yeah, you do realize we're here on business, correct? And I advise that you be open and honest with us.
Whatever business you may have does not have any bearing on violating the sanctity of the Julia Hotel. I'm sorry, I don't care. Back downstairs, the three of you, now.
Hmm.
We have to go downstairs anyways.
Guess we have to go downstairs anyways.
I mean, you could beat this guy up. I'm not saying that's not a thing you could do.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I mean,
Why?
if you want to, by all means.
I'm gonna give him my truth potion.
Well, hold on. You can't just give. You gotta tell me. I mean, if you're gonna like tackle him or something. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna hardcore parkour all over him.
So what happens? Like, explain to me what you're doing.
I'm gonna do my little kick thing to like swipe his feet out from under him.
Okay, so you're gonna like swipe, knock down, try to trip him. Okay.
I mean, unless Florence is gonna stop me.
Well, if you're about to do that, can I see what you're doing and can I do it instead?
You folks can coordinate attacks. Like, you could either help each other or
Oh.
I don't want
I
to
mean-
take part of this. I'm just watching you.
Oh,
two.
I start shadow boxing in front of Lilith so that she sees how to fight
No,
better.
no, come on. Yeah. So what are we doing? Are you tackling him? Are we taking this to the next level? Are you obeying the rules and
No,
going
go
downstairs?
ahead. Go ahead, Lilith. You've got this.
Yeah, I just want to pin him down. So like get him on his back. Nothing crazy.
Okay, sounds good. Okay. Give me a physique roll. I mean, that is crazy. You're a guest at the hotel and you're basically tackling this guy. So yeah.
I mean, one of you can stop me if you have a problem with it.
We're gonna get kicked out. And we have to go downstairs anyways.
When I give him the truth potion, I'll tell him truthfully not to remember.
What? That's not how that works. It's not how that works.
I mean, yeah, like tackling him definitely takes things to the next level, right? It definitely escalates the situation. If you want to do that, go for it.
Listen, if you want to do it, I'm into it.
I'm. Let's see.
He's tapping his foot impatiently. Now, please.
Let's just go.
I go to tackle him, and then I just kind of like pivot really quick, and I walk out the.
He jumps.
way.
He like jumps back. And he's like, ah! Okay.
I'm gonna pass.
Right this way. Okay, so you all pass down. The gentleman leads you back down, exit from the 4th floor. You're back on the 3rd floor, and he hooks the chain back on between the 2 golden poles and points at the red rope and the sign. He says, "You see this? No admittance," he says, and points at the sign. "Respect the sanctity of the rope." And then he harumphs and walks downstairs.
I guess I'll walk downstairs as well.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, down to the 1st floor.
Yeah, you're back in the lobby.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna walk towards the potpourri.
Are we doing that, or do you want to go to like the art gallery first and socialize?
Oh, funny thing, they're in the same location.
Oh, great. Let's go there.
Okay. So you all head off the offshoot of the lobby. You can hear like the muttered voices of people talking. You head off the offshoot of the lobby and head into one of these offside sitting rooms, which you can see like has people milling about in it, hanging about. This looks like another room, but whatever. And you pass through a few doors and make your way near the back, and you can see that one of the city rooms, the chairs have been like moved to the side, and there are some paintings hung up around the rooms that are very nice, like well done landscape paintings, like exquisite brushwork. They look very realistic and real. Yeah, they look very realistic. And they're all like framed, hung about, and there's some of the upper crust folks like milling about, like looking at these paintings. And there's a rather bored-looking woman sitting over at a table. Hold on one sec here. Where did they go? I lost my token. There we go. There's a rather bored-looking woman sitting over at a table. Then she has like this weird, like kind of witch's hat on, paint spatters over her face, has a bored look on her face, and she's sitting over at a table by one of these paintings. And you can see in here as well, there are like a couple of these glass display cases with like velvet pillows on them, and they have a variety of like different things on them. They have like pocket watches, and there's a couple of like shiny rings that are displayed there. And then in one of these glass display cases, sitting right there to the side of the room, you see Joel's potpourri box.
Oh.
There are also a couple of attendants standing here, members of the hotel. You all walk in dressed in guards' uniforms. A couple of people turn to see you walk in and then turn back to continue their conversations.
Is the box secured and locked?
It is inside a glass display case, and it is open. You can see that there's potpourri like brimming out of it. But yeah.
So you could just lift the display case and go in there?
So the display case is like a solid block of wood, like a solid block of
Oh,
wood
okay.
podium with like a velvet pillow, and then there's a glass topping to it. So the way those work is that there's probably a door in the back that you open up, and then you would lower the display podium down, and then you could remove it.
Oh, geez. I don't know these things. That's advanced. Okay.
Felicity, do you know the artist?
I would like to see if I know the artist.
Yeah, you're a little bit out of your time, right? Because you've been dead for a bit. And she seems slightly younger, but maybe you would have heard of something. Can you give me a contacts roll, difficulty 2?
Yeah.
Oh.
Unless you want to combat that, you do not know who this is.
Oh, wait. Hold on. I have a stunt for this.
Oh, that's right.
Never so unlucky. Automatically reroll -4 or -3 results.
Yeah, you get one free reroll, so give it a hit.
Okay. Gotta just roll it again.
Okay, not quite there still.
And I'm sorry, it was a difficulty 2?
1.
Oh. Okay. Let's see here. Which of these stunts do I want to tag?
I think you should do I just want to be normal. Like it was normal for your previous life just to talk to artists all the time.
I like that. Okay, so and this takes the form of like, I just go up to someone, like I see all this and I'm like, oh, and I'm very excited by all of it, and I just start talking to someone about this place and the artist.
Yes, that kicks it too. Yeah, the person turns to you, gives you an odd look because this guard is like talking to them about art, and then says, "Oh, yes, are you a fan of the Balanara family's works?" So you don't know. You realize now, Felicity, you don't know specifically who that person is, but you recognize that family name. The Balanaras are a family of like upper merchant class folks who were known in the art world for like being well-known painters and sculptors, right? They spent a lot of their time, studying in their own like internal school of art. They actually opened up their own school that they would bring students to. And you would guess that the person there is either a member of the family or a student, a well-performing student of the school. And as you're chatting up this person, he says to you, "Yes, oh no, Cynthia Balanara, yes, the youngest lady of the house, has presented her landscape paintings here for us today."
Cynthia, you said.
That's correct, yes. Isn't it lovely? I admire the brushwork. It looks so real, almost as if you could just step right into it.
Indeed. Say, is she here? I'd love to speak to the artist.
He gestures over to the woman in like the witch hat with the paintbrush, who looks bored, like with her head in her hands. Right over there. Can't
Would
say
you
what.
introduce us?
Oh, of course. Give me a moment. He like. Yep.
Actually, and I say, well, hold on. Say, will you be here a moment?
Sure, certainly.
We just finished our shift, you see, and we'll be right back down. I think we should all get changed. We're having this. I think this is a caper.
I mean, you could. Yeah, you want to head up to your room? What do you want to change into?
Well, can we all describe our outfits?
Nah!
Oh, yeah, please do.
We have to bring the fashion in.
Please describe. Educate me. Yep.
Okay, well, we're working with a realm of we didn't have anything with us.
Or there's a boutique like attached inside the hotel.
Yeah, you don't really have anything with you. Let's say for sense of ease though, you can acquire certain articles of clothing. Like yeah, the hotel would have some stuff, or there might even be some samples inside the closet that you could make use of inside the room.
Amazing.
Hmm. Okay. Yeah. So, without too much fuss, I think I'm fairly easily, I think, able to acquire a sort of like a cinched at the top, like wide brimmed dress with it's like a velvety dark blue. It has like these spiraling like vine and leaf patterns that are in black all along the dress, and there are these front ruffles that make sort of like a window almost at the front, and it goes down the length of the dress, and uh, behind that window is another layer of a sort of black satin fabric, um, with elbow length sleeves with quite a bit of ruffling, and oh, of course, I have a black choker as well.
Of course. I think all right. Professor Algard always wants to dress like a professor, just in every instance. So anytime she can find like a long sweeping cloak of some sort or like a robe, that's what she's gonna go for.
Nice.
And it's probably in really boring colors in comparison to the detail work on Felicity's outfit.
Okay.
Well, I'm a guard, so I don't know.
Are you gonna just stay dressed as a guard?
I mean, I could put like on a kilt or something because I don't get my dress moment, but I'm gonna have to figure out a way to wear a gown next time.
Okay, fair enough. We'll just say that-
I've always been a male guard, so I feel like a kilt could be a nice formal wear.
Yeah, I don't think they have that in the hotel.
I mean, I've been seen too much as a guard, so like if there's like a casual way of just changing out my, like I take off the jacket and put on a bow or something.
Right, right.
Yeah.
You can
I'm just being too real.
you can try that, but I will say, yeah, it's gonna be kind of hard because especially because Lily, if Lily gets found out, that's a whole other thing, right? That's like a big
Mhm.
deal. So, I think you staying
I feel like you
in
could find a
disguise is
suit
what?
or something. You could probably find like another suit.
Yeah, you can definitely dress up in a suit. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm wearing something sharp. I look sharp as heck. There's
Okay.
also satin in mine as well.
All right.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Okay.
You are changed and back down in the gallery room.
And I wave at that person who I assume is, I don't know, maybe somewhere sitting somewhere else now, and I give a nod and gesture towards the artist.
He comes over and says, "Yes, so right this way," and he walks over. He says, "Cynthia, these three, these
I'm
three-
actually not with you guys at this moment.
Oh, okay. These two folks would like to meet you." And she like looks up bored and says, "Oh, hey. Pleasure to meet you, Cynthia Balinara.
You've made some beautiful paintings here. Could you tell us about them?
Yeah," she says, and she gestures with her paintbrush. She says, "That one's a forest," and she gestures at a painting of a forest. And then she gestures at another one that's like a painting of a castle on a moor, and she says, "And that one's a painting of a castle on the moor." She like frowns and looks at you.
I frown back.
"What?" she says, and like shrugs her shoulders. The gentleman seems a little embarrassed, and he like excuses himself.
That is just so. That is a forest. I was wondering what it was.
She like narrows her eyes. "You couldn't tell it was a forest?"
Of course, it's a forest. What are you doing here? It's me. And Felicity, you're Your older brother knows me, yes?
What? She says. What are you talking about?
I have sold many of your family's paintings. I've got several sculptures as well over the years. Felicity Trusong, a pleasure to meet you.
Oh, she like reaches out and shakes your hand. Sorry, I don't really remember everybody's name. Um yeah, no, it's fine. It's whatever. I'm just my dad told me I had to come and present these paintings. So that's what I'm doing.
Mm. And why these paintings?
'Cause it's what Balinara's paint, she says and rolls her eyes.
And that's what I wanted to speak to you about. What do you paint?
She like her eyes get a little wider and she gives like a slight smile and she says, "Oh, well, I like to do more abstract works, to be honest with you. But my dad says that they're not, you know, of the family name."
Abstract. Can you show me an example? Do you have something here?
I wish. If I had my canvas and paints, I'd paint you something. It would take a little bit, but I could give you a sample, she says. But, they're... Man, how do I even describe them? I like to make abstract representations of real life scenes, make things look more dreamlike than they are in reality. So they end up looking like somebody took one of my paintings. She like gestures up at the forest painting and just took their hand across it and smeared it. She gives like a smile.
And
Yeah.
what is stopping you from making such a thing at this very moment?
My dad, she says.
Oh, and where is he?
No, but like, I can't go against his wishes. So I have to have this dumb gallery opening at the hotel and just sit here and waste my time watching all these fuddy-duddies fawn over me.
Oh, well, that's too bad. And I say as I hand her, I don't know, like I look around for a rag.
Yeah, I mean, if nothing else, you could have grabbed one from the room. You can hand her a rag. Yep.
Sure. Well, that's too bad. If I were to see such a thing. Well, that's exactly the kind of art I like to deal in. Interesting works.
She like glances down at the rag and back up at you, and she says, man, I wish that I could do that." She like looks up at the painting. "But if I hit this thing with turpentine and went wiping away, my dad would kill me."
Yeah.
As you're chatting to her, there's a moment where a younger person, fuck, a younger male presenting person enters the room, and has like kind of slick back blonde hair, high cheekbones, that sort of thing, wearing a suit in this case, and walks across the floor and like sets this tea in a saucer in front of her, and says it down. And he says, "Miss Balinara, your tea." And as soon as he speaks, Felicity and Lily, actually Lilith, you're not there, but Felicity and Florence, you recognize their voice. This is Arazi for sure, but dressed in a suit. Do we remember Arazi?
I
Yes.
do remember.
Okay.
Oh, wait. Remind me. I'm sorry.
Arazi. Yeah, go ahead.
And yeah, they were at the house that we burned down.
Yes. Yeah. They were Joel's lover when you ran into.
Oh my god!
Yep. They are in disguise here, though. It seems to be.
And I think while Cynthia is looking at them, I raise both of my eyebrows. And
Arazi
stare directly at Arazi.
Arazi like looks up from the teacup and looks at you and Florence and goes. Their eyes get like big, and then he like purses their lips and they're like, yes, and just like pulls pulls their hand away from the tea and says, yes, and turns around and just walks out of the room.
Oh, I think I'm gonna get some tea too. I'll be right back, Felicity. And I walk on after him.
Oh, solo adventure.
Yeah, so you walk on after them. You exit the room, Florence. Arazi is like walking swiftly back to what you assume was like the kitchen or something. But yeah.
And I'm gonna follow and try and catch up.
Okay, you can catch up with them. Yep.
Great. Hey.
Ah.
I don't know if I caught your name, but I would love to get some tea and actually hear more about the history of your experience here at the hotel. I think that'd be really interesting.
What are you doing here? They hiss at you through their teeth.
Helping.
The last time you folks got involved, Joel lost his house. What are you going to take from him this time?
Well, hopefully we'll get him out of here.
Arazi's like glancing around. So you're here to help?
Yes.
All right. He like turns and says, I have no idea where he is. I've looked everywhere, except for the 4th floor. That's off limits. But everywhere else I've checked. No idea where he could be. I've almost searched all of the rooms as well. There's just a couple of the 3rd floor I haven't seen yet.
We've been to the 4th floor. We have not been in most of the rooms up there, but we did get into the ballroom and then we got caught. We do think he's still in this hotel though.
He has to be. His box of potpourri is right there.
Right.
They're saying it's a display, a donation from Joel, granted to us by the Balinara family. Liars.
We're gonna do our best to remove that as well. Can you show me where you've already checked?
Yes, I can point out the rooms to you. There's a couple on the 3rd floor I haven't gotten to yet. I would have crossed over the 4th floor rope and gone up there, but I was worried about getting found out. Yeah, they'll like lead you up the stairs and like point out across to like all the rooms that they've checked out and stuff. For the most part, like, so as you're going along, Arazi is explaining. He's like, I got a job at the Balinara family estate, knowing that they would be having a showing here soon. That's sort of my cover, and I've been using my pretense as Cynthia's personal assistant to excuse myself and explore the hotel. The showing's going on for at least another week or so, so I have time, but I have no idea where he could be.
Right. Lilith tried to locate him, trying to find his spirit, but there's too much. This place is haunted, as you may have noticed.
Haunted?
Yeah, there's a lot of spiritual energy here that is abnormally high.
Look, if there's anything I can do to help you, I gladly will, but I'm at a loss, to be honest.
All right. I feel like I should try the 3 or 4 rooms on the 3rd floor that he hasn't.
Sure, you can do that.
Yeah. And like if he has to skedaddle.
Yeah. He's got to slip off. You can try them. You like go by surreptitiously and like jiggle the handles, and all of them are locked. Like there's either people in them or they're away at the moment and they have room keys, right?
Right. Well, if for the rooms that have like signs on them that say "We're out," don't enter. I'd like to try and get in there.
Okay.
And break open the door, maybe, or unlock it somehow.
Yeah. How are you gonna do that?
Let's see. Oh, it'd be so convenient if I could just steal some keys. That'd be nice.
You know, most of the attendants carry keys. There are probably some keys behind the front desk.
Mm-hmm. I'm not good at sleight of hand and things like that, but I am good at deceive. I feel like this would be a prime opportunity for Felicity or Lilith to try this.
Yeah,
Well,
this is
Um,
sort of like a little bit of a mismatch.
Yeah, let's
I was
cut.
gonna say,
Let's cut back. Lilith, what have you been doing this whole time?
well, I just was hanging. I just wanted to hang back and look for Joel, but it feels
Ah,
very moot at this point, which is fine.
okay. I
So that's why I didn't say anything because I'm like, well, we could always just, if I don't know.
I think you and Florence can run into each other for sure.
mhm.
Yeah,
And
okay.
like you can try to get into one of these rooms. Felicity, what are you doing?
I think, well, to be clear, my whole goal is I'm trying to butter up this artist so that I can like see the potpourri myself, like examine it.
Ah, okay, cool. How are you going to do that?
I'm convincing her to share her art with the world. I would like to have another stab at that.
Okay, sure. Like you're going to try to tell her like, screw your dad, do what you want, that sort of thing, or
Yeah, it's hard enough being a teen.
yeah, okay, got it. Yeah, that is rapport. Feels like rapport to me. I'm gonna go ahead and oppose with her will here. I
Great.
think that's right. Let me make sure that's right. I always forget these dang social rules. And I don't want to screw you folks.
Oh,
Woof.
it's okay. I have a stunt for this.
We have a rocky relationship.
No, that's not it. Um, hold on one second.
Oh, right, the vamp bucket.
Oh, all right.
But the fun thing about a vamp bucket is that the bucket itself could be sort of like the whole point, you know?
Mhm.
What are you guys talking about?
Okay, I'm ready to roll. I mean, I rolled once, but I got -3, so I'm ready to roll again.
Okay, take that reroll. Okay, and then I will oppose with her rapport as well. You actually roll rapport to oppose rapport. In this case, because it would damage reputation. That's a win. I don't have any aspects to tag for her that would, she wants to do this. Really, it's just you trying to convince her. So what do you say?
I say, show me what real art is. And I hand her, and I push her forward with the rag.
She like steps up. So let's focus this more towards your goal, right? Because your goal is to get to see the potpourri alone. So how does her messing up her paintings here, which would be very cool and rebellious, but how does her messing up her paintings here get you closer to your goal?
It's gonna create a huge scene, and I'm just gonna take the potpourri.
Ah, okay. I just wanted to understand what you're going for. Okay, cool. So she like looks at the rag you've handed her and says, "You're right. I can't stay locked under my dad's shadow forever." And then reaches into like a bag of art supplies she has nearby and like coats the rag in some turpentine and goes up to the forest painting and like yells to the room. She says, "Everyone, bear witness. Bear witness to true art." And she like puts it against the canvas and like smears it as she does so. And there's like a gasp that comes up from the crowd. A couple of attendants run up and they're trying to get her to stop. And she's like, no, I will not be denied any longer. And she's like spearing the painting.
Wonderful.
Oh my god.
And I take this moment to take the potpourri.
Okay. So there's a confusion and commotion going on, which is a great situational aspect you've created for yourself. But the potpourri box itself is inside this glass case, and the bottom part of that case that you would open up and then lower to get the box is locked. So do you want to deal with the lock, or are we looking at possibly some cut-up hands?
I'm down to cut up my hands.
All right. Yep.
Well, I don't know. I guess I like I rip off a piece of the frill like along the center portion of my dress, and I wrap my hand
Okay.
around it.
Yeah, sounds good. And then you like want to like try to smash through the glass?
Yeah.
Okay. With your bare hands.
Well, wrapped, but yes.
Okay. Give me a physique roll. We're gonna call this difficulty 3.
Are you sure you don't want it to be a fight roll?
No, because you're not really fighting the glass, right? It's more pure strength to just get through it.
What if I start shadow boxing the
Oh my
glass?
god.
Well, then everybody's going to see you and be so impressed that they're completely focused on you.
That's true. That's true. All right, I'll roll
It's a
physique.
strength from determination.
Ah!
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I was going to
Oh
say,
gosh.
and you also have, I did that because you have the stunt strength from determination, but you didn't have to worry about it. Yeah.
I forgot. Oh, right. You're right. I totally forgot about that.
So, you bring your hand down and there's just this slight shattering noise. You punch your hand through the glass and then grab the box of potpourri and just pull it out. And there's such a commotion going on that, like, at the same time you do that, somebody pushes past an attendant and upturns a tray of glasses that shatters to the floor, and nobody notices what you're doing as you, like, just grab the potpourri box and you're gone.
Great. And then I exit to wherever Arazi went in that rough direction, and then I stuff the potpourri box, like I sort of like squeeze it between my legs under my dress, and I calmly walk to the room.
Okay. You calmly make your way to the room. While this is happening and this commotion is rising, Florence and Lily, what do you want to do to get into one of these rooms?
Oh, well, I think Lily should lockpick. Is that something you know how to do?
It is kind of. It's just not. Yeah.
Burglary?
Yeah.
I'd be more than happy
Skullduggery?
to do some burglary.
Yeah. The rooms are well locked, so this is going to be difficulty 3.
hmm and I feel like, do you need help with this, or do you think you got it?
I don't think I got it,
Okay.
honestly.
All right. You deserve everything you need, and I am gonna be like on high alert for like looking out and making sure we don't get caught. Does that count?
Do you have the skill burglary?
I do. Yeah.
And you do. Okay, great. So yes, give +1 to Lily as you help.
Okay.
Go ahead and make that roll, Lily. Yep. With the +3, you'll get there with a slight complication. So you lean forward, get your picks in there. The lock catches and then opens, and you can push the door open. As you do so, you hear a sobbing coming from inside.
Oh.
Oh no. Who is it?
It sounds like a woman sobbing. You can't really tell.
But I'm in the room with them?
Well, you're like just outside the door. You've like barely pushed it open a tad. I didn't want you to, if you throw the door open, they're probably going to see you.
Let's gently knock and go inside.
Is everything okay in here?
Knock, push the door open. You can see a woman hunched over the bed in a dress with like a letter in her hands, and she's like crying, like teardrops are falling, and she turns to look back at you and sees you're like in a suit and says, "Go away, I don't need any fresh towels." She like waves her hand. She's got blonde hair down up in these curls. She has like a white dress with like flower patterns going around the sleeves and the edges. She looks like she's dressed up to go to a dance.
Are you sure? Can we help you with anything?
No, please. I don't need any help. Oh, she turns around and you can see like her makeup has started to run. And sorry, give me 1 second. Just making
She
sure.
seems so distressed. Should we help her? Should we leave and go to the next room?
And and she says, I just I've just got some rather bad news, she says, and she sets the letter that she has down on the bed, and she says, I just oh, you wouldn't understand. She like looks up at you with tear-stained like face with like pitiful look in her eyes.
You can go.
I don't think Florence knows what to say here.
I just pick up the letter, like, kind of sneakily.
Yeah, you can reach out and grab it.
Like, with her?
She like looks at you taking it, and she says fine, and she like looks down. It doesn't matter, who knows now anyway. And you look at the letter, Lily, and you can see it says, dear Miss Amariana, we regret to inform you that your most recent payment was not successfully transferred. As such, you have lost all privileges to join and exit the cycle. We would like you to know that you and your family members are no longer allowed to come and go through the passage door as you please. And then it's signed House of Ophelia Verdant.
I'm so sorry, but do you have any inclination as to why you weren't accepted? I was considering applying myself.
She turns to you and says, looks you up and down and says, I cannot pay. It says it in the letter. I'm not allowed. The fees are exorbitant. But the benefits, what am I supposed to do? My husband's family could afford it, and he's up there enjoying himself.
Oh. Well, I didn't mean to barge in on you. I think your door is broken.
Everything's broken. My life is broken.
The cycle.
Have you seen Joel anywhere?
What? No, don't ask that.
Do you actually want to ask that?
No.
Okay.
I think we should let her be.
All right, sorry for barging in. We
You're
were
so
looking for a
bad.
friend.
Oh, get out. Get out.
Okay. All right, we get out.
'Kay. You leave and shut the door?
She has a cycle programmed probably to get people to come back. If
All
they-
of this just boils down to
It's a pyramid scheme.
okay, should we try the next door?
So, Felicity, you drop the potpourri box off in the room. It is now safely secured, and you can meet back up with the rest of your team. The commotion from downstairs is still going on. You see more attendants rushing in, and then a few moments later, you see Balinara Cynthia getting dragged out by two attendants still yelling about being allowed to paint what she wants.
Oh man, it's too bad I ruined that girl's life. Oh no.
Or did you set her free?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like it's probably ruined, but we'll see.
I think we need to. I feel like we gotta go back up to the 4th floor. I feel like that's where Joel is. What do you think?
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, we could try another room here on the 3rd.
Because it went so well.
But like, we didn't try any of the rooms except for the ballroom.
Okay. Should we try and find a tool for lockpicking to increase our success rate?
I mean, if you're looking for something like that, you're either looking at creating one, which will take some time, or heading back out into the city to buy one.
No, we
Okay,
shouldn't
never
leave.
mind. It's fine.
I
mean-
mean, we could try the other rooms here on the 3rd floor. Joel has to be on the 4th floor. That just makes sense story wise. The forbidden hallways, like, yeah.
We should have just beat up the guard.
The manager, that would
Jeremiah.
Sorry, Jeremiah.
All right,
Butler.
let's go, I guess. Yeah.
You guys want to head back up? All right. As you ascend back up to the 4th floor, hoping to find Joel, knowing where all the pieces of this delicate little play are, we'll pick up there next time.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Yeah, so just remember too, you could you have some connections in the upper crust too, right? Like if you wanted to reach out to Franny, you could, or maybe even Lind, if you wanted to try to do that to see if they had any connections here that might be able to help. You can just go investigate the 4th floor again You could wait till nighttime. That might change things. You know, there's just be aware. Like, but yeah, I. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Good work. All right. Thanks everybody for playing today, though. Appreciate it. Love you all, folks, for stopping
Happy
by.
New Year.
Happy New
Happy New
Year.
Year.
Yeah.
You
See you
did it
next time.
again. Good job, everyone.
You made it a whole year. Yeah.
Yay.
All right. Okay. Thanks so much, friends. I will catch you all next time. You have a great rest of your week. Bye now.
Bye.
Bye.